Today we are going to be going over a very underrated and very fun weapon to use in Modern Warfare 2, the new BAS-P SMG that was added in the Season 1 update. When I was first using this weapon, I didn't really like it, then I threw on these attachments and oh my days boys, you gotta try this setup. Okay, for the BAS-P setup, for the first attachment, I think this is a great attachment for the weapon. When they do add the Honey Badger, I would imagine that the Honey Badger is going to have this attachment too, and that's on the barrel. You want to add the Bruin Typhoon. This is going to put a suppressor into your barrel, so you have a built-in suppressor, making it a little bit harder for the enemies to find you. And then this is also going to increase the damage range and the bullet velocity, increasing the overall damage output of the weapon. We are going to be losing a decent amount of our ADS speed, but a lot of the attachments that we add is going to increase the ADS speed, so we get a lot of range, and then we still have a lot of mobility. For the tuning on the barrel, this one I'm a little bit iffy on. I kind of go back and forth mostly on that left bar. For that left bar, you got the recoil steadiness, which is the horizontal recoil control, that left to right bounce, or you can up the strafe speed. And if you're strafing your gunfights, this does help a lot. You're going to get that rotational aim assist, and then you are a harder target to hit. Or you can increase your strafe speed, and so I really like to strafe, and it makes the weapon feel a lot better. But then there's a decent amount of horizontal on the weapon, so if I'm playing on like a bigger map, then I'll increase the recoil steadiness. But if I'm on like shoe house, like in the gameplay, I'm just going to increase the strafe speed. For the bottom bar, you got the ADS speed and the damage range. I just want to increase the damage range, and so we just max that out. And even though this isn't based on a linear scale, you get the most damage range when you do max that out. For the next attachment, to bring back all that mobility that we are losing with the barrel, you want to go over to the stock and add the Bruin Flash V4 stock. Tried out the stockless one, but it just gives the weapon so much horizontal recoil that it's literally unusable. So if you want like insane pros, like so much mobility, run this one. But if you want like a balance of like being able to actually use the weapon and then a lot of mobility, try out the Bruin Flash V4 stock, which you actually cannot tune the stock, so we're going to be skipping that. And then I think the iron sights on the weapon are pretty bad. Like if we go into the firing range, these iron sights are not that good. Then when you try to control the recoil, like you guys can see, I can control it by a little bit, but like it just shakes so much. So we are going to go over to the optic, and then I'm going to add the Cronin Mini Pro. You unlock this by leveling up the Expedite to level 7, which I highly recommend you guys do so. For the tuning on there, we're just going to increase the flinch resistance, and you get a lot of flinch resistance right around there. And then you want to increase the farness just so we can get less visual recoil, but the targets are going to be harder to hit, and so you might want to keep that at 0. Really hope that in the future they make it so we can add like iron sights to the weapon. I know Vanguard did that, and I thought that was a great feature, and I don't know why we don't have that in this game. For the next attachment though, so I don't really like to run a magazine on the weapon just because it hurts the mobility a lot, but for some reason with this weapon in specific, I don't know if it's because it has a quicker fire, but I just blow through ammo. There was so many times where I noticed myself running out of ammo like mid gunfight, then I would die. So I went ahead and added the 50 round mag, and it actually made me survive so many more gunfights. I can get so many more kills even though it's bringing down the mobility. With that said, a great way to bring that mobility back up, and I know you guys don't like this attachment, so I'll give you variations of it, but I'm going to go ahead and add a laser, which the laser I'm going to be adding is the VOK LZR7MW. This can increase the overall aiming stability, making the weapon literally have 0 sway, and then we get a massive boost to the mobility, bringing up a lot of what we are losing with the magazine. When we go into the firing range, you guys will see this thing has literally 0 idle sway. This thing is a beam, it just sits there. What you guys can also add is taking off that laser, and then you can go over to the rear grip, and then you can add the Bruin Flash grip, which increases the overall mobility, but you are losing recoil control, making the weapon a little bit more bouncy. This weapon in general is pretty bouncy, and then you're not going to have as much aiming stability, which is the reason I like to run the laser. But if you do want to run this and you want to tune it, here's the tune. Bring up the sprint to fire speed by -0.35. You'll get the most amount of sprint to fire speed without losing too much aiming idle stability. And then for the left bar, keep that around 0 just because there is a lot of horizontal recoil, which the recoil steadiness helps minimize that, but then the ADS speed isn't the best, and so I just kept that at 0. With all that said though, this is my favorite setup, and then if you want pictures of the tuning, here you guys go, and then I hope you guys do enjoy that gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing another voiceover. I'm sorry if you don't really like him. They do make you a better player because I can kind of analyze everything, but the main reason we are doing the voiceover is because I got a new microphone, got a Go XLR, tried to set it up myself, and then I completely messed up everything, and I couldn't really go back to my old setup, and I needed to hire someone to fix my mic, and it took about 2 days to actually hire the guy and get in contact and for him to fix my computer. With that said though, the microphone should sound a little bit better, and now we are just going to be rotating around the edges of the map. I don't really want to be in the line of sight of the enemies. This weapon, make sure you hit the head on the enemy. This weapon really isn't that good unless you hit headshots. I think you got to mix in like one headshot, then the rest body shots for you to get like a pretty quick TTK. Overall, I don't really think this weapon is good, but with this setup, and then if you hit the head, it does make it a pretty good gun. So right here we get the advanced UAV. We are streaking. I'm trying to keep my momentum up. Sometimes when you're doing very well, people will start to slow down, but no, you just want to keep playing aggressive, keep that momentum going, keep trying to, you know, just destroy the enemies. Up here, I thought the enemy was dead. I shot him with like 4 bullets. I thought he was dead, which is like one thing that is a little bit of an issue with that. Like, it's nice to be able to know how many bullets it takes to kill the enemy, and then you can move on to the next target. But sometimes you like miscount, or you think 1 bullet hit, but then it actually didn't. So you just gotta watch out when you do stuff like that. Come over here again, we're just rotating around the edges of the map, and as you guys can tell, I always run the helo now. Right here, I can't find anybody, so if you can't find anyone on Treehouse, go upstairs and I guarantee you will find someone. So like I was saying before with the helo is like a VTOL, but it doesn't drop a bomb when you call it in, so you're not gonna accidentally bomb yourself, and it doesn't typically it doesn't kill you. Like, it's not gonna crash and blow you up like the VTOL does, and then it actually pings where the enemies are at, making it a lot easier to find the enemies if you don't have a UAV or advanced UAV up. Right here, we actually had our streaks from the previous streak, making this streak a lot easier to go on. For example, we had the advanced UAV up, making this next advanced UAV super easy to get, which is one benefit of dying on your first streak. And then we had a helo, and now we have another helo. So if you ever die, just keep on going, try to get the nuke again. Your next streak will be a little bit easier, as long as you got like streaks to help you out with that next streak. Okay, so now we're just playing the map, trying to figure out where the enemies are spawning. You don't really want to be in the line of sight of the enemies. I see he sees me. Try to juke him. You don't want to be predictable. Call of Duty is pretty much just a game of predictions. You were trying to predict the enemy, and you don't want them to predict you. Come over here, clean up a couple of kills. The advanced UAV is telling me that they're running over there. And now I see all the enemies are in the back. I don't know why I did that little zigzag. Now I want to push up, but I see 3 guys there, and I'm not going to win if 3 guys are ADS. So I'm just going to peek with my shoulder, just a little part of my body, see if I can get a nice little pick off. Usually the enemies expect you to fully run around, not just to like show a quarter of your body. You never really want to show your full body. Like, you kind of want to have cover wherever you go, and if you don't have cover, use like a wall. Like, that is great cover. Over here, I see a lot of enemies pushing me. I could get some ammo, but I thought it would be better just to use the pistol right there. Right here, it's so annoying when you try to grab ammo and then you pick up another gun. That is so rage-inducing. Over here, clean up some kills. When you got the advanced UAV up, you really got to take advantage and get as many kills as you can. You got to play the map. We're on the 25. A lot of people would slow down right here, but actually, you do not want to slow down. You want to keep the momentum going. Oh my god, I'm getting like burps, like in congestion. Oh my god. Come through here, clean up some extra kills. We're actually on pace for like a world record gameplay, but then I think I just keep on dying or something weird happens. Oh no, I accidentally call in the nuke, and I think you guys will see that. But over here, I was on like a world record gameplay, just completely popping off. There we go, that little guy thinks he's better than me. No, 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 we get the MGB. Usually don't want to climb above that wall that we just climbed over, but I was just like so eager to get that last kill that I was like, fuck it. Now we come over here, clean up some extra kills. I think we get a nice little clip. Again, it's a little bit kind of hard to find the enemy, so I go upstairs to go check, and then I can use the window from upstairs to look into mid, clean up some extra kills. Really want to get like a 200 or 300 kill gameplay. Okay, looks like I just kept on dying, so I'm just going to call this nuke. I think, no, I can't remember if the hot mics are funny on this one, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Deuces.
Like young, I bought a yard today, penny all yellow like a bird.